My name is Doron Cohen. I'm the CEO and founder of Covercy. I started my career as a software developer in the Israeli Defense Forces. And in the last 16 years, I've built a career in fintech, basically. Actually, before I even knew it was called fintech. So my first company, Leverate, we grew to become one of the leading providers of technology in the retail foreign exchange space. And when I left my position there, we actually had 150 employees span across 5 countries. And now I'm the founder and CEO of Covercy, which we'll talk about pretty soon. But first, I want to talk about embedded finance. So by a quick show of hands, who in the audience knows by now what embedded finance means? Okay, not bad, we're improving. So embedded finance stands for financial services which are offered seamlessly in the customer's everyday experience, which means in products which are by nature non-financial related. And why is that important? It is important because it moves the focus away from financial services to the customer. And let's see how that happens. So it all started from generic banking. We all are customers of a bank, one of 10,000 banks out there, which any name would be a fit for this list. And then in the last 2 decades, we've seen the emergence of really cool, successful second-generation companies, which were actually targeted at taking a set of one or more financial services from the banks, basically. So, doing things cheaper, better, faster, etc. But what we're witnessing now is actually a complete new generation. And I think that if one example is very unique, I think, that is QuickBooks. So for those who don't know, we all know QuickBooks as an accounting platform. But QuickBooks in the last few years, it actually became like a full bank. So you can pay your suppliers from QuickBooks. You can collect money from your customers using QuickBooks. You can open a bank account. You can apply for a loan. Well, QuickBooks really became that end-to-end bank of the customer for a specific niche, for a specific set of customers. And I think that we really are witnessing a completely new generation in this industry. Now, embedded finance is also the driver of another, of digital banking. Not the previous age of digital banking, like banks that are targeted for specific industries, for specific niche industries. And for us as a company that has been focused on the commercial real estate industry for some time, that's where we spotted a really interesting opportunity. There is just no digital bank for commercial real estate investments, and it's a huge industry. So that's what we're doing at Covercy. We are building the first ever digital bank for real estate investments. We actually combine, speaking of embedded finances, we actually combine both investment management, investment administration, and critical financial services that our customers need when they need them. And at this point, Covercy holds and transfers millions of dollars every day. So talking about embedded finance, it really is about the workflow of the customer. You want to give the customer the financial services when they need them. So for us, our customers, they actually have this workflow behind me. They are investment firms. They basically deal both with properties, assets, and investors. And so what we do in Covercy, we interact with them at almost any point in this life cycle of their experience. So for example, they're going to have to find a new deal to make an investment in, but then they're going to have to raise money from investors, and we're there helping them in this process. And then they're going to manage a property, which means they're going to need to get money and make payments, and we're there providing them these services. And then they're going to distribute money to their investors, and they're going to send financial performance reports to their investors, and we do that for them. And even after they sell the property, they still have to make another distribution payment to get money back to investors, and that's another thing we do for them. Now, our customers do this workflow basically 20 times in parallel. for each of their properties, each of their buildings, for tens or hundreds of investors. But who am I to say that? This is one of our customers. And what they're doing with us is pretty cool. So number one, they use us to make distribution payments in a completely automated way. They manage their investor relations. They can track the positions of their investors. They could make capital calls. And even their investors can use our investor portal to track their investments. And I mean, we're talking in an industry where, as an investor, you would otherwise get your report by PDF every quarter, by email. And we're now bringing them like a Robinhood experience, directly to their mobile phone. And again, back to embedded financial services. So this is the very unique funnel that we've built. Our customers, we start from selling a low-cost subscription to our customers, to an admin platform. It's a very cool admin platform. As we said before, it helps them manage their fundraising, distributions, investor relations. But then, when the time comes, they're going to need to use our financial services. For example, when they use us to make a distribution payment to calculate it, at some point, they're going to have to make that payment. And then they're going to use our financial services, say for deposits, for additional payments. And there's so much more that we're going to add, which I'm just not going to cover today. And this is a real example of how our customers use our platform. So behind me, you can see, well, I wish the resolution was better, but behind me, you can see a customer who has an account with $4 million on our platform, and then comes end of quarter, and now they want to make a distribution payment. So now they can use Covercy in a few clicks to basically calculate the distribution, notify the investors, send the money all the way from the bank account, which is managed on our platform, to the investor, reconcile everything, and also as a system of record for both the investment manager and the investor. My name is Doron Cohen. I'm the CEO and founder of Covercy. We're building the first digital bank for commercial real estate, and I'd love to talk about anything about embedded finance with whoever wants. Thank you so much.